Oh, hey guys, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboyjobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, I would just be sitting here talking to myself. So, I'm sitting here working on getting this package together for good old Christopher. Christopher, our first draft contest winner. We ended up not being able to find a Dallas Cowboy hat. Unfortunately, if you've seen some of the other videos where we basically started a riot at the draft because by Thursday afternoon, all the Cowboy gear was gone. So, unfortunately, we could only get him a draft hat helmet. So, we're going to send that to Christopher. And since Christopher was so excited today, it was almost funny because I didn't see it till later this afternoon. He posted on Facebook the Des Bryant video where Des Bryant is running out of the locker room in his underwear congratulating the team. And the caption was, "How you feel when you win Jobu Sports Report's draft contest." So, because that was just funny as could be. We're going to send him one of the last shirts, Jobu Sports Report shirts that I have here. I'm going to be working on getting 2017s together. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to put on them. And once I get the money together, I'll get those printed up and made out, as well as doing the shot glasses. So, Christopher, it'll be headed out tomorrow for you. Now, one thing I want to go ahead and take care of a little business here that drives me crazy is this. I got people that are saying clickbait. And the way people call everything fake news, fake news, fake news. Now it's clickbait. Your video is clickbait. So I did a video earlier today, and the caption was Jalen Smith's coming along faster than they thought, and Jobu's dream. Now what you have to understand is, I have my normal spiel, hello friends, Mark Holmes here with Jobu, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Sometimes I digress. I will start running on and just talking about other stuff. I've been hitting the head a lot from football, and I'm old. Hell, it might be dementia. And my kids, they even know about this, and they'll kind of go like, oh, and they'll roll their eyes because they know I'm just kind of going off. So I went off talking about Jobu's dream because me and my son were just thinking about how cool it was at the draft meeting people. It was just randomly. We'd go along and all of a sudden somebody would come, "Hey, man, Mark Holmes, man, you and Jobu, I watch your show." And I was thinking that this was really cool, meeting and getting together with people. And then I started thinking about other places that we could get together and do stuff with. And then I started thinking, well, you know what? It would be cool as could be if basically we could take the man cave on the road. And I said, if I had the money to do it, I would get a nice little SUV, and so when you open up the back gate, we got like a 60-inch TV in there so we can do the pregame and stuff, have it outfitted so I could put a table in there to set up so that way we can make like a whole banquet. We'd have Jobu's wings. We would end up having good old, shots of rum, to spread the mojo. We'd have our Jobu shot glasses where it's very bad to steal Jobu's rum. We'd have Jobu's wings, and we of course would have to have tacos and pork sliders, and we could all hang out together before the games, and we could end up live streaming to the fans who can't be at the games. So that way, the guys that are all out there, they're getting a taste and action of the game and stuff. And we can all be there talking back and forth. And I was thinking this would be a wonderful thing. So I got started talking about this, and it just kind of went on a bit. And then I finished off the video talking about Jalen Smith for a couple of minutes. And so I got some people that are like, dude, you're just doing clickbait. You know what, dude? Look at the title. It said Jalen Smith, and it said Jobu's dream. So where's the clickbait? To me, clickbait would be is some hot chick half naked on the cover photo, and you click on it, and you see him making some spaghetti. Now that's clickbait. What I'm doing is not clickbait. But anyway, that just kind of annoys me. But here's the thing. I like to think of the Jobu Sports Report as unique. I like to think that the things that I'm doing are different than what anybody else is doing. Okay? Because you get your funny, although it might be just corny. You get your sports, You get some insights. So you kind of have a little bit of entertainment because there's only so much to talk about with football. And there are dry times. So you need to have something else to keep people's attention. So with that being said, you can go to First Take or ESPN or NFL Network or CBS Sports or, any of them. And you're basically going to get the same message that's going on. They're all talking about the draft. So I like to give you guys something else to think about, or a different, direction, or a different possibility than everybody else. So instead of just talking straight about the draft, what I actually want to talk about is the Dallas Cowboys being a better run team. Because see, here's the thing. The NFL didn't really announce this. The talking heads aren't talking about this. But what they did was they actually raised the salary cap to $172.6 million. Now, what we were told, it was going to be somewhere around 68, 69, but they haven't announced that it bumped up an extra $3.5 million. That's right. So that means that teams have a little bit more money to spend. So right now, as we sit here at this moment, the Dallas Cowboys have $5 million in cap room. Now, I know you're saying, big deal. It's $5 million. What the hell can you do with $5 million, man? Tony Romo was $24 million for his salary. Well, there's actually a lot that you can do with $5 million. And see, the Dallas Cowboys have gotten out of the big free agent spending game. The 2-year wonders. The contracts that you sign and you wonder for 2 years why the hell you signed them. Because all of a sudden you're paying a guy $25 million that does jack shit for your team. Basically stealing money. Now, the Dallas Cowboys have started to look for players that fit their system. And by that I mean is there's a big difference between a 3-4 defensive lineman and a 4-3 defensive lineman. And if you don't know the difference, then you don't know football. But when you get a guy like Steven Pia who's playing in the wrong type of defense, you start thinking, my defense fits his skills. My coach has experience with this guy. So then you start thinking, yeah, we want to bring him in. So back to that $5 million and all those people out there that said that we should keep Tony Romo on the team. It's only $24 million. You got to pay him anyway. You need a backup. Well, here's the thing. $5 million got you this for this season. Terrence Williams, his cap number for this year is $2.25 million. Now, he could have got more money on the free agent market, but you know what? He realized he's still got work to do here. He wants to win a ring here. We could have replaced him with somebody else, probably similar numbers, but it would have cost a lot more than that $2.2 million. Bryce Butler. Yeah, Butterfingers Butler. He'll get better. His cap number, $1.1 million. Damn cheap. A David Irving. $650,000. A young guy who wants to get paid down the road, who's emerging as a really good lineman, who's going to be playing balls to the wall to get paid. Nolan Carroll, again, playing in the wrong type of a system. There's no guarantee that he will become a good cornerback. But at $2 million versus, say, what the Eagles paid Nnamdi, like $12 million, or what we paid for Brandon Carr, $50 million for 5 years, I'm willing to spend $2 million to check him out. Steven Pia, $1.9 million. So when you start looking at all these players, you're talking about $6 million. So $5 million can go a long way. And just think, come June 1st, we can add another 14 to that. So that means you got $19 million. Your rookie salary pool, That'll be about $3 million, $4 million of a hit. You've got some of that money you can use for Zach Martin. But see, there's going to be another wave of free agency. Because right now, teams got guys that they didn't think they'd had a chance with. They got younger guys that are going to be able to replace a veteran. Because you can even look at our team right now. We have 10 defensive linemen. So that means there's going to be some guys that have to go. You know, a guy like possibly DeMarcus Lawrence or Tyrone Crawford, when you start looking at their numbers and the other guys you're bringing in, you know, with the receivers that we brought in, you know, maybe Likey Whitehead might be on the street. So we're not the only ones that are doing this. There's other teams that are looking at the same thing. So what's going to happen is round 2 of free agency. So early part of June, you're going to see a lot of good veterans that have just become too expensive and are gone. And because most teams don't have a whole lot of money to spend, their price has dropped. When you start looking at guys like AP that signed a 2-year, $7 million contract, Jamal Charles, I think he's only getting $4 million a year. And that $4 million a year, you can end up doing signing bonuses and spreading it out so you're not taking a big cap hit. There's other players that I guarantee you that are good players that the Cowboys will be signing come June and July. So what we have to look at now, and we have to applaud Jerry Jones. And I know everybody's going to say, oh, but Jerry Jones isn't doing it, it's Will McKay. But see, when you're the top guy, everything that goes on below you, you are responsible for. That's what the boss is about. You may not know everything, how it's done, but you have to make sure you put people in the place to be able to get done and succeed. And right now, when you look at us getting out of cap hell that we used to be in 5-6 years ago, when you look at us giving away draft picks for has-beens and guys that we hope are going to make an impact, like Roy Williams, when you look at when we used to reach in the draft and try and take guys like Morris Claiborne, we don't do that stuff anymore. Why? Because we realize that that doesn't work. You're following more the New England mode. You get extra draft picks. You sign guys to team-friendly contracts. You find guys that fit your system. Not just a big name that you hope is going to make, a big improvement. That doesn't work. Take a look at the Redskins. They forever have been the offseason champions, but haven't won jack crap. So I don't know if the Dallas Cowboys will win the Super Bowl this year, but I got to tell you, the things that they are putting in place now, the way this organization is running, they will be challenging for playoffs and Super Bowls for years to come. So I'm happy about that. So friends, thank you for listening to this. I know this got to be a little long, but hey, it's clickbait, as they say. And damn, I forgot one other thing. Jobu needs a refill. I'm Mark Holmes. It's Cowboyjobu. And thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Keep spreading the mojo.